So here we'll see axial flow turbine and mixed flow turbine. In this schematic diagram, there is a central shaft and then vanes are there on around the shaft, and the direction of the flow, if you look at it, comes in and then straight goes out. So this direction of the flow is parallel to the shaft, that's why it is called axial flow. So both entry and exit are axial, and practical example of this kind of is runoff river plants. So here you can see that it is a propeller kind of turbine where the flow comes in and then goes out in the direction parallel to the shaft itself. So this is axial flow turbine. Now here there is a mixed flow turbine. The typical way of showing this is this way, which is a reaction turbine. It enters radially and then when it goes out, it goes out parallel to the axis. So that's why it is entering is radial entry, exit is axial exit. So actual vanes will be, or runner will be something like this. So entering jet is radial, the outgoing water will be axial, parallel to the shaft. So that is mixed flow turbine. Okay, next classification is classification based on total head and discharge. If you want to see the whole list, so we are here at the third kind of classification depending upon head and discharge. So this we are going to see them. So here numerical values are important. If the head is more than 250 meters, it is classified as a high head turbine. And whenever there is a head which is very high, obviously the discharge that is required will be low discharge on the turbine, because there a lot of energy would be there for water. That's why you require lesser discharge. Typical example of this kind of turbine would be a Pelton turbine. Then there is a medium head turbines. The head is in the range of 60 meter to 250 meters. Then it is classified as a medium head turbine. So here obviously you don't require very high discharge or very low discharge. A medium kind of discharge is required. And modern Francis turbine is of this kind. Then you got last, less than 60 meter if the head is, then it is a low head turbine. Then obviously when the head is less, you need a lot of discharge, so it is also large discharge turbine. The typical example of this is Kaplan turbine and propeller type of turbine. So this is the classification depending upon head and discharge. Now this is another kind of classification of turbines based on specific speed. So you got low specific speed, that is NS, that is specific speed, in the range of 8 to 30 for a Pelton wheel having a single jet. Then it will be classified as low specific speed, or up to 50 if it is for a double jet Pelton wheel. Then also it can be classified as low specific speed. Medium specific speed is having a specific speed in the range of 50 to 340 Francis. Then high specific speed is NS is equal to 250 to 860, which is Kaplan turbine now. So low specific speed is impulse turbine, generally Pelton. Medium speed is modern Francis. High speed is Kaplan turbine. So here one should make out that NS is not RPM. It has got units depending upon the formula. We'll see it afterwards. So one should remember that specific speed is not RPM here. That is what one should bear in mind. So at the end, as a summary, the classification get overlapped. In the sense, one kind of classification and then another kind of classification, if you look at, there is an overlapping. So what you should appreciate is here Pelton turbine, if you look at, it is an impulse turbine as well as it is a tangential flow turbine, and it is a high head and low discharge turbine. It is a low specific speed turbine. Similarly, Kaplan turbine is a reaction turbine. It's an axial flow turbine. It is low head and high discharge turbine, high specific speed turbine. In between these two, you got Francis turbine, which is also a reaction turbine, of course, but it is a mixed flow turbine, medium head and medium discharge, medium specific speed. So this is about classification of the turbines. Okay, thank you.